Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play around with some old loved makeup and create an easy summer bronzy look using these Natasha Denona face palettes. So if you're interested in seeing more, then please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let's jump into the video. So my skin is prepped with my skincare and I have on one of the new Ultra Violet SPF 50 in the Supreme Screen SPF version. So I'm trying that out and so far I like it very much. For my foundation I'm going in with the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum Foundation. This is a very thin foundation and I have been using this for many years and I got the shade Warm Natural. So I'm using my tray because I want to avoid putting so many things on the back of my hand and apply the makeup with my hands, because I normally do that, but my hands, I do have some problem with some eczema on my hands because I do wash them a lot. So I'm going to apply my foundation with the new Refa synthetic brush in B04. This brush is quite new to me, but I have been liking it a lot so far. I almost forgot to go in with my primer first. Of course, I need to start with a primer that is going to control my oily skin. And I'm just using a small sample of a Smashbox primer that I really like actually, and it's very nice and blurring and does a great job to control my oily skin throughout the day. So let's jump back to the foundation. If you have seen any of my previous videos, you would know that I don't like a heavy foundation on my skin. I do really like a very natural look, and I like that you can see the skin. I think if you put on too heavy makeup or too heavy of a foundation that is really covering everything up, it does look kind of artificial, you can say. I don't like that look. Of course, if you have a lot of skin problems, I do understand that you want to cover it up, but I almost think that it's better to leave some of your imperfections out just to make it look natural, but maybe just tone down a bit with a foundation. So I really don't like heavy foundation on my skin. So foundation is applied and it works very easily, and this brush does a very great job of spreading the product out fast and evenly. So as you can see, this Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum does leave your skin with a nice dewy finish, and I like that. And it doesn't cover everything up. I don't have a lot of stuff to cover up in my face, but I do have some sunspots on both sides of the neck that are pretty deep, I would say, and pretty large also. So they do bother me a bit, but I don't like to lay a lot of product on top of these anyway. So you can still see it, but it's evened out because I go down my neck on this area, not all over the neck, because I don't like too much product on my neck and it's getting on my shirt and I don't like that. Then I'm going to apply my Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Radiant Skin Concealer in the shade 8 Medium. And I'm going to use the other new Refa brush in this synthetic hair brush, and it's number B05. and it is very great size, not too big, a very nice shape, I would say, and works great to get into the small corners of the eyes. And as you can see, I don't use a lot of concealer either. I don't like it. If you have watched a few of my videos, you will probably know by now that I don't like a lot of products sitting on top of my skin. And I do have mature skin, and therefore a lot of fine lines and wrinkles and loose skin on the eyelids and under the eyes. So I don't like a lot of product to sit on top of the skin. Just a small amount of concealer to kind of even out the darkness and discolorations around the eyes, but not too much. And I don't like going in with powder to set it, because the powder in all the fine lines is going to emphasize your wrinkles and lines, and I don't want that. So I'm going in with a damp brush on top of the concealer around the eyes, and also on top of my skin all around the face, just to make sure that everything is nice and blended, and just to make sure that the beauty blender picks up any extra product. Then I'm going to set my face with the Hourglass Veil setting powder. So my makeup is nicely set with the powder. Let's jump into this Natasha Denona Tan, Bronze and Glow palette. This is a very well-loved palette for me, and I think it's gorgeous, and I love this bronzer shade, especially in the summertime, because it's nice and warm and has this slightly reddish undertone that I love in the summertime. It does give you such a nice sunburned shade to your face. And this product blends out so easily. I don't know if you can see, but it just almost blends itself out. It's such a beautiful product. So bronzer is on, down the jawline, a little bit down the neck, on the sides, not so much on the middle, but mostly on the sides. Nice and blended out. And then I'm using the bronzer as well in my crease, just because this is supposed to be a real easy and quick summer tan bronzy look. Pulling it out and up just to help lift the eyes. And I'm also going in just a tiny bit under my eyes. I don't do this that often for an everyday look, but with a bronze look and with your bronzer, it's okay. I don't think it makes the look too glam or anything. I'm just squeezing my brush a bit so it gets a little bit flatter, so I can use it under the eyes like that. Then we're going into the other Natasha Denona Bronze Cheek Face Glow palette. And this is a more coppery, you can say, bronzy palette. And if I can just hold both of these up so you can see the different. So this is the tan palette and this is the bronze palette. So you can see more tan bronzer, and this is a more bronze shade range. So I'm going to use this shade Super Bronze Glow all over my eyelids. And this bronzy shade is really beautiful to enhance blue eyes especially, but of course it's beautiful on all eye colors. But blue eyes do really get enhanced with these bronzy shades. going to blend that out. And then I'm going back into the tan palette for the highlighter shade for my inner corner. Just using my pinky. So I'm putting this in the inner corner, but also bringing it up just a bit to brighten up the eye and give a nice shine on the inner corners of the eyes. Then I'm jumping back into the bronze palette, and I want to use this Bounce Cream Blush. This is such a weird almost texture. It's so bouncy, and the same with this highlighter over here. It's also bouncy, but I do really like these, or I actually just love them. And I go in with my damp sponge and go into the product. And I'm going to use this as a blush, so all over the cheek with this bouncy cream. It does go beautiful on top of that bronzer we started out with. So this is a very tan, bronzy look, but this is exactly what I love in the summertime. So as you can see, my cheeks are nice and bronzy. And then I'm going in with the damp brush, just using the other side into this bouncy highlighter. And this shade is so special. So this highlighter is so subtle, special. There's no specks of shimmer or anything. There's the tiny, finely melt shimmer maybe, but it just melts into the skin and give you this beautiful glow. I think actually it's one of the most beautiful highlighters I have from Natasha Denona, and it has a slightly pinkish undertone. This is so beautiful, and I just go into my sponge and applying it on the like usual highlighter spots. But this palette, when it came out, it didn't get very good reviews. I did see a lot of YouTubers kind of hating on this palette because of this weird texture of these two products. I really don't understand it. I have been loving it. I bought it anyway, even though I saw these reviews, because the color story is just what I love. But I really don't understand it. Yes, it's a weird texture, but it works and it sits beautiful on the skin. But I actually think that Natasha Denona was a little bit too fast with a product or texture like that, because we see many more creamy products with a lot of different textures, like gooey and moussey and yeah, just a lot of different textures. And I think it's much more accepted now, almost. Then I'm just going over everything. Do I have a hair or something? Making sure that everything is nice and blended one more time. And I'm just going to apply a tiny bit more of that highlighter, because it is so subtle and beautiful. So Natasha Denona likes to layer her products with the cream products and then layer the powder products on top for longevity and for setting the creams down. But look at that beautiful glow I got going on my skin. It's so beautiful. I really love it. So let's see, we do have a Super Glow Nude and the Super Glow Bronze. So I want to go in with the Super Glow Bronze just as a topper and as a bronzy blush topper. So let's see. I think maybe I use this brush. This is maybe a little bit too dense. I want to try a more fluffy brush. See how that layers on top of these creams. Yeah, that's better. It layers beautiful. So a little bit patchy on this side because the brush was too dense, but it is actually blended out very beautiful. And then just to go all in, I'm going in with that other more nude topper, just on the higher points. Yes. So this is so beautiful and very glowy. Going in with my damp sponge one more time, especially on the edges, just to make sure that I don't have any harsh lines. This, and then we're going in to finish it off with the Tilbury finishing powder, like that. Then we're going in with the setting spray, Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. And this needs to dry and set down. So while this is drying, I'm going in to set my brows with the Benefit Gimme Brow and the Precisely My Brow, and I'm going to apply my mascara, my Benefit Fan Fist mascara that I always use. Okay, so my mascara is on and my brows are on and the setting spray has dried down. So the final step is to go in with my lips. And I'm going to use the Natasha Denona collection in I Need a Rose, and this is in the shade Calla. So the I Need a Rose lip crayon in the Calla shade, and matching lipstick also from I Need a Rose collection in Calla, and the lip gloss in Calla. And this is really a beautiful set. And I think it's such a beautiful set for the summertime and matches these bronzy looks very beautiful, because so like this. Can you see how beautiful and nude bronzy almost. It's such a pretty shade. And the Natasha Denona lip liners, they are so creamy and buttery and they just slide on, but I think they do have great longevity. And it's the same with the lipsticks. They are very creamy and almost feel like they are moisturizing on the lips. Very beautiful. And I did fill in my lips a little bit with the lip liner just to make it a bit more long lasting. And then we're going in with the lip gloss on top. Like this. I think this color is perfect for such a bronzy, glowy look. And then I want to set my T-zone with the setting powder one more time and this puff, just to make sure that the T-zone doesn't get too oily throughout the day. So there you have it. Then my makeup is finished, and this is just my perfect bronzy summer go-to look, and I think it's so easy and fast. Of course it does take a little bit longer when I'm showing you and talking on the camera, but when you're just doing it with no talking, then it's pretty fast. I would say 10-15 minutes. And these two palettes are really some of my favorite palettes, and I will definitely repurchase these when they run out, because I use them a lot and I do really love them. So yeah, that was everything for me today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you like the video, and maybe subscribe and join the community. And have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!